Measuring Up Insight offers a vast item bank that allows you to custom create your own standard-based assessments in a few simple steps. To begin, select Assessments and then Create Assessment. Choose the subject and grade from the drop-down menus. To create a math assessment, start by naming your assessment and then clicking Next. Assessments that are currently in the Insight library will be listed here. Place a check next to any assessment you would like to exclude the items from for this assessment. Next, select the details of your assessment. There are two options for selecting questions. To use the quick test mode, you will enter the number of questions you would like to have on this assessment and let Insight select them for you based on the standards you chose. The second option is to use the manual selection mode to have Insight guide you through selecting and ordering the questions for this assessment. For test types, choose between public or private. Public makes the assessment available to others in your school in the assessment library. Private only makes it available to you. Select Distractor Mode from the drop-down menu, which will set the lettering or the numbering of the multiple choice answers. Lastly, it is optional to enter a description of the assessment in the field provided. Once all of the details have been entered, press Next. Place a check mark next to the sub-learning objectives the assessment will cover. Click Next. If you selected Quick Test in the prior step, the assessment will be created for you when you click Next. If not, a box will appear to the right for you to review question counts for each standard you selected. Click the Select Questions button. Now you will get to select the questions for the assessment. In the Add Item column, place a check mark next to each question that you want on this assessment. As you add questions, the Number of Questions box will keep track of how many you've added. Click the Key Abbreviations button to view what the acronyms to the right of the question mean. Click the View link in the far right column to see the whole question, including graphics or pictures, and answer distractor feedback. To order questions, click and hold drag to the right of the question and move it into the desired place. Questions are color-coded according to passage, making it easy to see the distribution of items per passage objective. Use the drop-down menu in the Weight column to weigh a question from 1 to 5 if desired. This will make the question worth more points. The final step is to review your assessment and click Save. Then, click Return to go to the assessment library and find your newly created assessment. You may click the Edit link next to any section to make changes. Each assessment you create in Insight will be stored in the assessment library. Depending on the user access you have, your assessment will appear under District, School, or Teacher Assessments. If you make an assessment private, it will appear in an additional section labeled Private. Hover over the Options button to access links to the different functions available for the assessment. To print the assessment, hover over the options and click the Download and Print link to open the pop-up window. Make selections and click the Download button. The assessment will download as a rich text file which can be opened in Microsoft Word and printed. To print the answer key, hover over the options and click the Answer Key link to download. The answer key will be downloaded as a rich text file which can be opened in Microsoft Word and printed. To learn more about creating Common Core assessments on Measuring Up Insight, click on the Help link located on the top right corner of the web page. The images for this presentation came from the Measuring Up Insight Creating Common Core Assessments user guide.